So with regard to changes, Simon, what about specialisation?
Yeah, look, there's definitely been more of a push towards specialisation, particularly for project-based roles. Organisations who again are on tight budgets and timeframes, they're absolutely now looking for specialists with domain knowledge in their areas that they're looking to implement. So, for example, if they're rolling out an SAP implementation, they're looking for project managers who understand the pitfalls of what an SAP implementation can face. They're looking for people with that high level of domain knowledge so they can move through projects seamlessly. That being said, for permanent roles, it's probably fair to say that most employers will always look over a degree of technical shortcoming to find the absolutely great cultural fit. There's not a hiring manager I've yet met who said, hey, look, as long as technically they can do it, we're fine. And we don't really care if we don't like them. The cultural relevance and the cultural fit will always, particularly for permanent roles, will always overcome any technical shortcomings.
They seem to hold that back at the last interview, don't they, explaining those sort of things? But you're sort of saying they should be upfront about that at the start.
Yeah, look, I think so. I think it's probably fair to say as well that there probably is more job seekers on the market, particularly in the local market in Queensland, where we've seen some cutbacks in the public sector. I don't think that's unique to Queensland at all. But with more job seekers on the market, what we're going to see is a definite challenge around quality versus quantity. So setting expectations around what success looks like in a role, what the actual expectations of the position are, what the deliverables are up front, can help organisations who are recruiting get through probably some of that quantity quicker. You can make some better quality decisions around who they're going to longlist and who they're going to shortlist through to a role. They're definite challenges. And being clear about what is it they're actually trying to achieve. We say to all our customers, if you're in hiring mode, you need to get hiring. You need to be involving all your stakeholders who are going to have some input in the hiring process. Make sure everyone's available for interviews. Make sure everyone's telling the same story about the business, which comes back to that overall cultural outlook for the business. So everybody needs to be on board with it. And we're still seeing multiple offer scenarios. We're still having people who are going through interviews with one business, moving through maybe second or third round of interviews, but they're getting offered elsewhere after a first interview. And great people will always get roles quickly in a challenging market or in a normal market. So it's around being streamlined, understanding what it is you're actually trying to achieve, and making sure everyone involved in that process is on board.
I noticed on your LinkedIn profile that you're getting people from overseas looking for jobs in Australia. Is there anything different about that? Is there anything that they need to consider?
We always do get a lot of overseas applicants, and Australia's a great place to live, and comparatively we've still got a great economy despite the challenges that we're facing. The first question I always ask people who are applying from overseas is what is your visa status? What have you done to get a visa? The majority of them are still hoping that an organisation will sponsor them. They're probably not aware of some of the rules around that, so we'll have some discussions around what the options are for them. Probably the smaller minority have already been very proactive. They've got visas in place. They're clear about where they want to move to. They've done the research. But it's probably fair to say that the majority of people are probably more speculative, just looking for opportunities, which is fair enough, and we'll always help people where we can.
And multinationals are wanting to place people in country. They should come to you as well as far as the pros and cons and challenges that they may face?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, we're a global business. We have offices all the way through the States, Europe and Asia as well. So we have a global reach, even though we have local specialisation. And we've certainly had customers in the last 12 months. We've had to go overseas and we've had to find very, very specialist niche skill sets. And they've come from Europe or they've come from South Africa, South America, into those roles. So we can definitely do that. And for multinationals that are looking for overseas assistance, yeah, we can absolutely help them.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time today, Simon. I'm Oliver Nicolai from LonghausTV with Simon McSorley from Greythorn. Thank you very much.